Ho, 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 and welcome to our house. Merry Christmas. Come on in. You can see our wonderful tree. All the presents wrapped underneath. It's Christmas Eve. Now we're going to tell you about some special ornaments that we've got on the tree. First, let's point out the very first ever WTIT ornament. Problem is you can't see the sucker at all from this angle.
Come on down.
The first ever WTIT ornament. On one side, you see the current WTIT logo, and on the other, you see the very original staff of WTIT. Johnny, Gary, Bud, Bill, and Joe. And that represents the taping past. And now, for James, we decided on a rock star ornament in the facsimile of a iPod. For Heather, we've got a crown because she's always been the princess in my life. For Julie, we have a couple of ornaments. This one first, it's a track shoe from her days running, which still continue. We also can see Julie. We can also see Julie running in this ornament. For Lindsay, we have her favorite. It's SpongeBob. For Jean, we have her favorite. It's beer. For Lauren, my angel, we have an angel. This symbolizes Kathy and my first Christmas together, 2010. For Ben, what could be better than a glove with a Yankees baseball in it? That's the ornament we got to represent Ben. For Bernie, we've got basketballs, the captain of the team. Yukon Huskies, go Huskies. And our love for the Beatles. We couldn't find an ornament that we liked enough, so we made one ourselves. On one side we have the Beatles and their apple, and the other is a kind of clever decoupage of Let It Be with Santa hats on the Beatles. For Maria, we've got the tennis player. She and Ben are getting into very good shape playing tennis. For Alec, the master of Scrabble, Kathy actually made an Alec Stoll Scrabble board. Let me point out to you, though, you would not get any points for this, really, because it's proper name.
To continue with the ornaments, this is actually my Woodstock, and I bought this way back in the 1970s. I had it in my car, and I used to drive to the disco where I met Bud, actually, with that car. So that's one of my older ornaments. We received this one last night from Maria and Ben. It's actually a sonograph of their baby-to-be, and we're quite excited about that, and of course very excited for the new edition that will come this year. My parents are represented, of course, by food and drink. My mother used to go with me for Hot Fudge Sundays, so we have a Hot Fudge Sunday ornament that represents my mother. And my father is infamous for having his VO and ginger, so we have a little bottle of VO. And by the way, Bud missed this, and it was very important, but Bud is represented also by a bottle of Smirnoff, which he often jokes about with his friends and on his blog. And I think down here we have the two dogs that I took care of when I was innkeeping at the 1896 house, Layla and Canby. So I made a special ornament for them. And I think that should just about do it. Oh, the infamous pickle. Lots of people here don't like this, but this is an ornament that you hide it in the tree, and you have people look for it, and the first person to find it gets a prize. And we've done 2 sets of victims for that. I also have some old ornaments from the Atkinson family that survived several moves, and those of you who know me know the several moves. We also have one down here, and one of the larger ones that survived, that I was never allowed to touch as a child. And this is a car I had as a little girl. I have some ice skates. And this was my radio station, WCNI, in New London, where I was a DJ for 12 years. This is Imagine, representing John Lennon. And this was made for me from one of my DJ friends years ago, when I had everybody bring me an ornament that represented them. And that pretty much does it. Oops, here's another one. My British soldier, representing my time in England, which I really enjoyed. And so that's our tree. And we hope everybody's having happy holidays. We certainly are.